Hello everyone, welcome to AISSMS College of Hotel Management and Kitchen Technology Pune. We are going to go into a session of demonstrating a few sandwiches. So me, Chef Sundar Srinivasan and behind camera Chef Shailendra Dharekar are preparing a two-part session on preparation of a few sandwiches. So we're going to start with a basic sandwich which is popular known as bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwich. The ingredients are
bread, butter, bacon, fresh lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise, and salt and some fresh ground pepper. We need to cook the bacon in a pan. You let all the fat ooze, let it melt away and cook till the bacon becomes nice and crisp. We are not going to use the fat, you can dispose the fat away.
So we saw you need to cook the bacon and make it crisp. So now we'll go and assemble our BLT sandwich. So we start with applying butter to the bread.
So we need to apply a nice thin layer of butter, soft butter, and it is important that you apply butter so that it acts like a shield. Basically, it forms a layer of protection between the moisture and the bread. So any moisture that is there in your filling, it might end up into the bread, making it soggy. So to some extent, the butter prevents this from happening. Then we need to go and apply a next layer of mayonnaise. Now mayonnaise also can be used as a spread, but it also helps to give a good nice mouth feel, a good texture, also adds to the nutrition and also improves the taste and flavor of your sandwich. Also helps to hold the ingredients together in your sandwich. So now once that is done, we are going to start by adding the fresh crisp lettuce as the first layer. Make sure you have fresh lettuce. You can keep it in ice water to make it crisp. Then we go ahead and arrange slices of tomato. Now the tomato slices, don't cut it very thin. Slightly on the thicker side you can keep it, so that you get that feel of eating a tomato in the sandwich, not too thin. Then we sprinkle some salt, followed by some pepper. Now the pepper that I'm using is freshly ground black pepper. It gives a good taste, unlike the commercial powder ones. Now we go ahead onto the next slice. Second slice, again I'm arranging a few lettuce leaves, fresh ones, and over these lettuce leaves I'm going to go ahead and put the crisp bacon. You can break the bacon into pieces if you want, or you can keep them whole as it. You can keep them straight. It's upon you how you want to put the bacon into it. So basically this sandwich is going to have 3 bread slices being used. So in front we are able to see 2 right now. Third one will be the covering basically. So you place the bacon bread slice over the tomato layer, and then we go ahead and butter the third slice. And then after butter you also apply mayonnaise to those slices. So once both these things are done, we are going to go and finish up with our sandwich. So there you go, the second slice with nice mayo, and then you invert and place the third slice and give a gentle press. Okay, gentle press, do not over press it, gentle press, just get the ingredients done together. And then we go ahead and cut it. Now what I'm going to do in the first cutting is I'm going to use my toothpicks. I'm going to place them before I cut it. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. You can place the toothpicks beforehand and then go ahead and cut it cross or diagonal, we say it as. Also you must keep in mind your knife should be very sharp, because if your knife is not sharp, it is blunt, it will tear the bread and it will pull off the ingredients, which is not desirable, which is not good. So you need to have a nice sharp knife while you are cutting for the sandwich. So this is a one cutting, and then the second one I'm going to do without the toothpick. So directly I'm going to cut diagonally, and then I'm going to place the toothpicks for the sandwiches. So basically, it holds all the slices of bread together. It does not allow things to fall apart. That is why we use toothpicks. Also adds little presentation to your product. So coming to presentation part, so I have my platter. I have placed some lettuce on it. I'm using Lolo Rosso over here, just little bit as a base for my sandwiches. And then you arrange the sandwiches as you like it. It's upon you how you want to arrange it. There are many ways of arranging your sandwiches. I'm just placing it next to each other in a diagonal manner. So there are n number of ways how you can present your sandwich. So as these sandwiches are getting arranged, I also have prepared some accompaniment. So you generally need to serve some accompaniments with your sandwiches. So I prepared some French fries, nice deep fried, and tossed in a little bit of salt on one side, and on the other side I'm going to put some salad. So I prepared some fresh salad, so I'm going to serve that along with my sandwich. So this is our BLT, or bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwich. See you soon in the next sandwich preparation.
So I hope you all got to know what bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwich is. Now we move ahead to the next one, a pretty interesting one actually. This is known as the focaccia pesto tomato sandwich. So it's going to be a combination of focaccia with other ingredients. So let's see what the ingredients.
So focaccia bread, butter, mayonnaise, pre-prepared pesto sauce, then tomatoes, salt and pepper.
Our pesto sauce is ready. It's a combination of garlic, basil, some cheese, olive oil, and then it's ground to a paste. And now we'll combine little mayo and the pesto.
So we take mayonnaise in a bowl, and to this mayonnaise we are going to add our pesto sauce, and then nicely mix them together, blend them nicely so that they combine, they give a nice pale green color. And we're going to use this mix later as a spread over our butter. So now we go on to our focaccia bread. Now I've got this bread prepared square, so it gives ease in cutting and finishing. You also get round ones. They can also be used for your preparation. So we're going to split it into two. Lengthwise I have cut into two, separated like two slices, and now we apply butter first, and butter will be applied on both the sides, again to prevent any moisture from getting into the bread. So this is a closed type of sandwich, closed cold sandwich. So once we apply butter, then we go on to the next step, that is we're going to apply our pesto and mayonnaise mix. Now this adds to the flavor, taste, mouthfeel of your sandwich. Alright, so now our pesto is applied. Now we go ahead and going to place our tomato slices. A neat arrangement is required. Now again, the slices should not be very thin. It will not give the right taste or the mouthfeel. Slightly thicker sides, that moisture should be felt while biting the sandwich. The juices of tomato is felt. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Again, fresh ground pepper gives good taste to your sandwich. Now we're going to cover the sandwich. You cover, again gentle press from top, and then using a sharp knife you're going to go cut across from end to end. So I'll get 4 triangles from this preparation. So there we go. So the 4 diagonal cuts given and 4 triangles are ready. Now we move on to our presentation of this sandwich. Again, presentation, very simple. It's upon you how you want to present. So I'm just using a platter on which I'm going to place these sandwich slices standing upright. So standing straight upright, so it gives a better presentation. Even the filling is visible when you are presenting. And finally, along with it, I'm going to have some French fries being served. So here we are, the focaccia tomato pesto sandwich.
Alright students, so now you might have seen a couple of preparations of sandwiches. Now we're going to go to a little different preparation. We'll call it as chili dogs. And chili dogs is where you're going to use bread which is not a regular bread slice. So we'll see the ingredients to know exactly how you're going to prepare your chili dogs. So the ingredients:
some hot dog bread, some butter, kidney beans which are soaked and cooked, chicken sausages, tomatoes, then some onion and garlic which we are going to chop and use. Then we have some cumin powder, chili flakes, some paprika powder, Tabasco sauce, salt and fresh ground pepper. So these are the ingredients that we are going to use. Then we will start by cooking the sausages. So in a pan we take some oil and you put these chicken sausages and then you just stir these up. Okay, you need to cook them, and once they are cooked you need to sprinkle some salt and pepper on it and just toss it up. So this is going to add taste to our preparation, and while using it I'm going to slit them into two so that they fit into the cutting of the bread that we are going to use. So there we are, done with the chicken sausage. So you keep this aside and then you start preparing with for the kidney beans, for the beans mixture that we require. So we are going to start by sauteing onions. You need to saute the onions till they are nice transparent. Do not brown these at all. Don't let them turn brown. To this we are going to add chopped garlic. You add the garlic and you continue cooking. Again, do not allow the garlic to change color. So this is actually a debatable preparation on whether it is a sandwich or not. So there goes the garlic and some chilies. So if you have seen my video on the theory part of sandwich, there is a debate going on something that we are seeing right now, whether it is a sandwich or not. So technically this is not a sandwich, but also we serve it as a sandwich. So that is why this preparation is being shown. It's like an open one. Now we go in and add tomatoes to the preparation and mix it up nicely. So you need to cook these tomatoes till they are nice and soft. Now you need to keep your heat medium. Do not keep it very high, else it will burn very fast. We can also sprinkle some water time and again. Okay, now so that the tomatoes cook and become soft. Else the onions will start becoming brown by the time your tomatoes get cooked. So that is why we keep adding little water to prevent the onions from turning brown. So now we are adding the paprika powder, the cumin powder. Mix it well, salt, pepper, mix it nicely, and then we are going to add in the chili flakes as well. So hint of Tabasco, and the chili flakes. So once you mix this, you can add in the beans. These are cooked beans, so they have been soaked overnight, and then you can pressure cook it till they're soft, and then you use them. Sometimes they might be a little mushy also. That is also fine. You can use those slight mushy ones as well. So done, you've tossed this entire mix, heat it up, and your beans mixture is ready.
We go into the assembly of chili dog. We saw how you prepare the beans along with the onion and the pepper and Tabasco, salt, pepper, and we also saw you grill the sausages, the chicken sausages that we use. So now we're going to.
So we take our hot dog bread and we slit it from the top. Do not slit it through and through. Don't separate it into two pieces. Just give enough so that we can put in the stuffing. Then put butter. Spread butter nicely in the cavity that is there. So again, this will avoid any water to get in touch with the bread, any moisture. And then we can place the slit sausages. So if people also use the sausages within the beans mixture as well, you can slice the sausages, we can mix it with the bean mixture, but I have kept it separate. So I'm putting the sausages inside first, and then we are topping it up with the beans mixture. So make sure your beans mixture is not very wet. Okay, if there is a lot of moisture in it, it will spoil the bread very soon. So make sure you have it slightly on the drier side. So we go on to presentation, and you can cut it again, as I said, any shape, any size you want, and you present it with some fries and some salad as well. Again, presentation does not have any particular way or method. It's upon you how you want to present your preparation. Also, accompaniments can vary. I have prepared this again, salad and some fries, but again you can decide what accompaniments you want. So here we are with the chili dogs.